Dimebag's guy got shot on stage, right?
On stage, yes.
Oh,
yeah, that's fucking nuts.
Fucking shotgunned on stage, him and a security guard, and it's fucking on YouTube. You can watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I'm good.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm pretty sure the first thing you can hear after the gunshots and like screaming is just like, "They killed Dimebag." It fucking sucks. Like, man. Although to be fair, that is the most Dimebag fucking way to die.
I mean, he was rocking, and then some guys came up and shot him in the back of the head, right?
Oh, Lou got drafted.
I'm pretty sure he got shot with like a shotgun to the chest, but regardless, yeah, it was basically some dude thought that he was responsible for like Pantera breaking up, and fucking so he brought a gun to the fucking show and shot him.
Fucking nuts.
Yeah. There's a really crazy Dave Grohl story where they like met. He said that he like met Dimebag and like they like invited them to their like bar, like their club where they party, and Dave Grohl was going on a road trip with Taylor Hawkins, and he fucking left his wallet at a gas station, and so like by the time they get to Dallas, he doesn't have his wallet, and so when they go to the bar, they're like, "Oh, it's fine," like, you know, like they know we're coming, so we'll be good. And like the bouncer wouldn't let him in, and he was like, "I'm fucking Dave Grohl," and he was like, "Yeah, ha ha ha," and I'm Kurt Cobain, bitch. Like, and they didn't meet up with them. They literally could not get in. They left.
Time to go home, everyone. Pack it up.
Could you fucking imagine? Where you're just like, is this guy being fucking serious right now?
He's a
welcome to the podcast.
Okay. What the fuck was that bounce?
Is this us starting?
I was about to say,
yeah.
Actually. All right.
So okay.
Yeah, we're on.
Okay. I'll do a real one.
Ooh.
I'll start with the
growl to it.
Top 5 roll call.
Dayman here. Made it into that hole before Chalk. Ha ha ha.
First roll call since
Stupido Einsteiny. Oh wait, should we do team names?
I was about to say that is what I was.
Leo's excited for it.
Oh, so I'm sorry, Stupido Einsteiny of your Philadelphia Phillies.
Damn you, Chalk.
The happiest chalk banana in the world because of that. Also the Philadelphia Phillies.
Didn't put it on your thing, your little media form you filled out.
I swear to God.
Okay, to be fair, in that form, in the same sentence, he said, "I really like this team. 1 in 15."
That's true.
I won't name what team that was about.
I did say that I had to rank. I mean, why would I break with tradition?
Leopold,
is it really tradition if you do it one time?
Twice? Twice. It's tradition. Once is enough. Twice is tradition. It's a great day for Canada and thus the world.
Tell that to the fiddler on the roof.
Leopold Pollersbeck here. OGM for your San Diego Padres. Go Dads.
Congratulations, Leo.
Congratulations, Leo.
Thank you.
Good job.
I appreciate
Play
it.
the golf clap.
Play the golf clap.
And of course,
got it. There it goes.
Where 2 or 3 top 5 are gathered, there's Griff in their midst.
Whoop. Sorry.
The fuck was that?
I fucking
that was Griff.
Wrong button.
For anybody who's watching the video, like you guys can't see this, so I'll tell you, but they saw me. I pulled up the picture of Griff, swirled it around. You guys golf clapped, and then I opened the soundboard. I saw Bing Bong. I circled it with my mouse. I had to click it. It's the law.
Got it. Season 10 of the Top 5 podcast, or season 2, I guess, now that we're starting season 10, is off to a bang.
Yeah. So we're Tuesday before spring training begins.
Tuesday before spring training.
The draft was last week.
The Beatles and some other team was just announced. Some corn-based team.
This is not from the backlogs.
No, fresh episode. In fact, what we've decided to do.
I mean, technically, they're all fresh when we record.
Yeah, well, some of them get a little stale in the old.
Get a little stale while sitting there.
Since we're finishing up our first season, about to start our second, we decided to do a retrospective of where we've been, what we've done, what we think, what we like, what we don't, all that sort of stuff. And so it's the top 5 retrospective. That's what we're calling this.
Maybe
Yes,
some
it is.
introspection at the end, or
We put up a Google form,
some introspection.
asked the people of MLR what they want to hear about from your top 5, and the people answered.
They did.
They answered.
And yeah, the answers were there indeed.
Well,
to whoever called us all cute, we really appreciate it. And I do
that
think
was
Griff
very
is
nice.
also cute,
We know
even
who
though
that
he is a
is?
Huskies fan. Someone
don't
said
know.
that. Yeah, well, I think I know.
We do not know
Someone
who
said
it is.
Dayman
all
is a
do.
cutie, Chalk is a cutie, Leo's a cutie, Griff is, or not Griff, Stupido's a cutie, and Griff is unfortunately a Huskies fan. And I think we know who that is.
But maybe what they were saying was Griff is like husky, like
He's a
much
Husky
more than,
fan.
He's
much
a big
more
boy.
than cute.
He's a
Yeah,
dog.
he's more than cute, so he's above us.
Yeah.
Even.
Yeah, of course.
That's what they meant.
Something
Someone
like that.
recently said somewhere that they wish they could go back to being husky as opposed to the fattest that they are, and I felt that one in my bones.
Man,
Yeah,
sure that wasn't me.
it might have been you. I don't know who said it, but
It wasn't, but it could have been.
I remember. I remember it was said. I don't remember where it was said. But we've organized some of the questions into groupings. Essentially, we're just going to talk about. We had questions for us, specifically questions about our time in the league, and then questions about the podcast in the future and the past and all that sort of stuff. So we're going to just kick it off. I got the questions up, so I'm going to drive this one if you guys don't object.
You got the keys.
Okay, thank you, Leo.
You're my Jesus.
I am your
Take the
Jesus.
wheel.
Wow, that is really
Take
sad for most
Take it
things.
from my hands.
First question
Might
from
be
the
a
lovely
pain.
Kenny K. What's your guys' favorite color?
Purple.
Hard-hitting journalistic
Or
questions
as,
from Kenny
as
K.
Duck says.
Favorite color.
There's only one answer, and it's red. Red is the best color.
Well,
Card-
that's already not the one answer because Leo's already given one.
Well, Leo can give
Leo,
wrong
what-
answers.
Leo, what did you say?
I said purple.
Lovely
Purple,
color.
I like that. I also have grown to really like orange. But
You said that. Like, I've been working on myself, and I've really grown to appreciate a good orange.
I took some inventory, and I thought, you know what, orange doesn't
Pulled out the
deserve the
Crayola
hate
box.
that it gets. And,
Orange deserves a new look. I'm going to take a look at it again. Oh man, I don't like how I've treated orange in the past, and I'm going to start reviewing my
guys ever
vocabulary.
realized how fucking orange it is? It's crazy.
Wow,
It is
named
super
after the
orange.
fruit.
But I do like purple too.
Purple is a lovely color.
I am a blue guy.
You like blue?
Yeah, I'm basic.
Blue.
For those of anyone who has ever seen me post pictures of my animals, they know that my house is essentially just purple because we have no lights, and so purple may be the favorite color indeed for me.
How does not having lights make your house purple?
They have. That's not my house. Sorry, Damon. You can answer that.
Go ahead, Leo.
They just have a bunch of like string lights and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it.
Just like lights over our desks and stuff.
Is that a Zoomer thing to get like string lights as opposed to just a lamp?
Yes.
I mean,
got it.
Yeah, because us fucking Zoomers, even though I wouldn't classify myself as one of those, but we can't afford an apartment or house that's big enough to accommodate multiple fucking lamps. You think I have all this extra goddamn square feet for floor lamps and shit? My desk is behind my couch in my living room, bitch. Like,
most apartments don't have like lights up above anymore either.
The only overhead light we have is one in our kitchen, one in the bathroom.
Yep.
And one in the bedroom.
Yeah.
No ceiling fans anywhere?
We do, but it doesn't have a light.
All right.
And yes, it's
might get stuck in it.
If I fucking raise my hands above my head at all, I run the risk of being assassinated by our ceiling fan. Yes.
Got it. That is It's hard to
Did
be
it.
young.
Did a deep callback and none of you went with it.
I didn't even hear it. It's really hard to hear.
Ceiling fan in the dick. Yeah.
Am I talking quiet today?
No, I'm not listening.
Oh,
Well,
I said he might get his dick stuck in it.
Got it.
It wouldn't be that difficult.
It's a big dick.
No, it's a low fan.
No.
Lee, are you having troubles with this hole?
Lee, are you all right?
It's slow. It won't go fast. Like, this is if I do max arrow, it goes that far.
Try angling it. Shoot for the side.
Wow. Oh,
This is
okay.
like episode 74.
Oh,
Triangling for the side. Okay, it just goes right dead center of the fucking hole. Beautiful.
Oh my God.
no.
Second question, also from the lovely Kenny K. Favorite type of tacos? And I'm not gonna let any of you answer because I'm gonna read Griff's answer. This
did we
is
get
from the
Griff's
mouth.
color?
I got Griff's. Griff didn't give a color. I assume it's whatever the Huskies are.
Or whatever the Mariners
Wow.
are.
Or whatever the Mariners are, yeah. Griff's answer to favorite type of taco. These are Griff's words. I don't like tacos. I also don't hate them, but I'm extremely taco ambivalent. And I've never respected Griff less than at that very moment when I read that answer from him.
I think
Taco ambivalence
Griff's
is
draft stock just dropped.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
yeah.
Wonder how he feels about like nachos or other cuisines of that
Leo,
nature.
Leo's nachos.
The Minnesota nachos.
Favorite
God,
taco.
there's more callbacks.
That's all this episode's going to be, is the callback to every other episode.
Yeah. My favorite taco is al pastor.
What does that mean?
It's a
Is that
pork
like what the
taco with
Catholic
pineapple.
priest gives you? Or?
That is not at all what the Catholic priest gives you.
Does anybody have? They have
Thank you.
torchies in other states. Is that a thing in other places? Torchies.
What's that?
Torchies?
Torchies. No, I've never heard of it.
I wouldn't.
Is that a
even trust
restaurant?
place called Torchies.
Torchies tacos. They
Huh.
make tacos.
I don't know
as the
Torchies.
name suggests.
Never heard of them.
They have very good tacos. One of them is called beef fajita. That one's very good.
Is
right.
it not just a beef fajita?
Is
No,
it beef and peppers and onions?
pretty much.
That's a beef fajita.
Bit of cojita.
In a taco?
Fajita.
Is it a
All
soft
right.
or hard taco?
Is soft shell.
Soft. So it's like getting fajitas with your shell.
They make them.
tortilla.
If you really want to be a pedantic dickhead about it, yes.
I'm gonna,
Pedantic dickhead is my middle name.
I don't think there's a real difference
yes.
Long middle name.
between fajitas and tacos, personally.
I thought you were gonna say I don't think there's a real difference between a dickhead and being pedantic, but whatever.
I love being pedantic. You guys, I'm
Well,
surprised.
I was literally gonna say
Yeah,
that's
Mr.
ironic
EDP.
coming from you.
yeah.
Mr. EDT.
Yep.
My favorite kind of taco is, and this is gonna get hate. Like, I
Oh,
know.
no.
If it's like a
Oh,
soup,
no.
if it's like a chimichanga, which is fucking
No,
buried.
no.
Well,
No,
it's
I'm
like a
talking like a
taco
normal.
soup.
I'm talking like it's a normal street taco. I'm just talking about the type of meat that's in it.
Oh,
Like just a street taco. You
if
know,
you fucking
like
say tofu in this podcast.
no, it's meat. Lengua. Yes.
I'm
Which
sorry,
is
is
cow
that tongue or something? Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Yeah, it's cow tongue.
You're braver than I.
So good. Like that is how I judge like a taco truck or like a Mexican restaurant. I immediately order a lengua taco, and if it's fucking bad, I'm just like, yeah, this place sucks. Because it's really hard to cook, but it's so good when it's done right.
My ball moves normal speed again.
I
nice.
I don't think I'm brave enough to eat a tongue taco.
To me, it literally just tastes like carne asada, but like way more tender. It just tastes like a beef taco with super tender meat. Like it's so good. But if it's not cooked right, then it tastes like you're chewing on a rubber tire and is terrible.
I feel like it's one of those things if I tried and no one told me what it was.
That's how I started to like it. Is I ate like 3 tacos at a quinceañera and was like, "These are fucking delicious," and they're like, "Yeah, they're lengua," and I was like, "Oh, what's that?" And they're like, "Cow tongue," and I was like, "Fuck it, dude!" Like,
Right.
See, I didn't
Tasted
grow up
good
in any
going
place
down.
that I would have been invited to, or anyone would have had a quinceañera.
Yeah.
Like I grew up in
I
the
can-
least
I can
diverse
picture that.
fucking. Yeah, like diversity for
There's
us
a lot-
was like, oh look, this person's
A
having a
black kid.
seder, or
Oh.
honestly, that's not diversity. That was I can't make that joke. Yeah,
Did you
that was
just
something we were
bail at
scared
the
of.
at the
I bailed-
punchline?
Well, basically, we were just scared of black people because we didn't see them very often. So that's what the town I grew up in famously was shown on 60 Minutes in like 1989 because at 9 o'clock a cop would go close the gate to East St. Louis. There was a road between us and East St. Louis, and a cop would go close that gate as if there weren't 30 other fucking roads that connected that town. It was like this symbolic, like we don't want black people here after 8 p.m.
You're
or
just
whatever.
like, you're
I found
keeping the
it. I
symbolism.
found
You're
it.
keeping. What, Leo?
Belleville.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's where I grew up.
nice.
I Googled
What
it.
did you do? A search, Leo?
I searched at
I mean,
9
he did
o'clock.
say
a cop
famously.
closed the
He
gate to
did.
St. Louis.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
And
That's
Yeah.
60 Minutes
There's-
reflects on 1993 report on Belleville and East St. Louis.
Yeah,
There's a lot of like Hispanic people in Boise and like in Idaho in general. So there's like a lot of like taco trucks and like Hispanic markets and stuff like that.
La Michoacana.
Let's see. For me, I like a good shredded chicken taco.
Shredded chicken.
Yeah,
Okay.
with a little bit of a hot sauce on there.
Like street taco style. Like shredded chicken, a little bit of like cilantro, onion.
No onion, no onion,
Okay.
and it's
You're not
usually
an
make it
onion
at
guy?
home. No, I do not. I mean, I love the flavor of onion, but I don't like the consistency of it. So I
That's
don't
how my
have it on
girlfriend is
anything.
too.
I
It's
love
like
onion.
fajitas are great, but I can't do the peppers and onions with it, so I feel like it's a waste of money.
I get that.
Can you,
That's
can
like-
you do the
yeah,
peppers
I-
themselves, just not the onions?
Quesadilla or
Yeah.
No peppers either. No, it's consistency.
Okay.
It's like chewiness
Yeah.
of it.
I'm fine with onions, but I'm the same way with peppers. I'm like, I want them there for flavor, but I don't really want to eat them, especially
Mhm.
like cooked like that. So I'm kind of the same way with fajitas. It's just like I could have just gotten like a taco,
Yeah.
you know.
Give me the peppers and onions. They're not having.
Hey,
it.
someone make a
I
mark.
agree.
Someone like put a flag on it, Craig.
Why, are you about to say something?
No, I just my Snapchat just popped up and it had my girlfriend's name in the corner of my screen.
Wendy's there?
Add a note.
Yeah,
How are you gonna block
but it's
that
her
up?
name with like a. I'm gonna like.
a heart emoji and a
Oh,
I
you
don't
think it's
know.
a heart emoji, Leo? You know me.
peach emoji?
It's not a fucking heart emoji. Come on now.
Aren't you guys
Yeah.
entering into like your
Is he
6th
straight?
year of being together or something? 7th, 5th?
Yeah,
Fifth.
yeah.
Fifth?
Fifth.
Just Frank. My bad.
To be honest though, the emoji is the little like melty face. 'Cause I'm not a savage.
Hey.
So the next question about
what's
us,
the next question?
from Kenny K. Again, Kenny K. really caring about.
Sending us a bunch of questions.
Yeah, he really cares about what makes us tick. What's your favorite Jersey Mike sub?
Oh, I meant to look this up.
I'm gonna look up their menu real quick.
Yeah,
So I'll
I know
go
what I
with-
want, but I don't know what it's called.
Yeah,
Griff,
same.
Griff said he's never been, but he would get the stickball special from looking at their menu. I just recently started to frequent Jersey Mike's. I've been there thrice in the last 6 months. It's a new thing. I'm trying to vary where we go and what I get at places. And they have I think it's called the super sub, which is like, I think it's like ham
Oh, yeah.
and
Provolone ham, prosciutto, and bucalo. However the fuck you say that.
it's delicious. And they have a nice deli mustard. A good deli mustard goes a long way.
It does. I agree with that.
And one time I was there, the guy that rang me out, I swear to God, he was the biggest human being I've ever seen in my
absolute
actual
unit.
Saul rang
I'm
him up.
talking
Saul rang
that
him up.
dude could have made a diamond out of my sandwich if he just pressed it a little bit harder. I've never seen somebody so big. And I wanted to be
That's
like,
crazy.
dude, teach me. But I just was like, dude. And so Shout out to
You're
the beefy
huge.
Jersey Mike's.
What did he say when you said, "Dude, you're huge"?
I didn't, because I mean, well, in my head I was like, beef,
You-
beef, but he was just like, "Here you go," and I'm like, "Thanks," and I just left. So yeah.
Okay.
What? Let's see. What did you say that Griff said? The stickball special. That is
stickball
provolone
special.
ham and salami, which is a great choice.
It is a great
That seems
choice.
a little basic. You got to have like 4 things on that, you know?
See, my thing with them, I like Jersey Mike's, but I cannot get it Mike's way because it turns into literally the fucking soggiest mess of slop shit that there is. It's crazy.
I can't get it Mike's way because apparently that's a New Jersey thing, and fuck that. You heard me,
Well, I
Crease.
guess you could.
Fuck
Fair
that.
enough. Fair enough.
Where are the New Jersey
Oh,
haters at? We know you're
Yeah.
around.
Car crash.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Put it in the rally towel. Car crash.
We are calling
Wow.
back every episode.
I'm trying to, man. I'm trying to. Do you think
I'm
Crease
going
and the tow
to-
truck driver go out to Jersey Mike's on dates?
No,
I'm gonna go with no.
Okay.
No.
I think that's a no.
I'm going
Okay.
to subvert the question
Yeah.
and instead say my favorite Jimmy John's sandwich because I don't go to Jersey Mike's. My favorite Jimmy John's sandwich is
Can we
the Jimmy
can we
Cubano.
respect Kenny K's question?
I've
I don't-
literally never been to Jersey Mike's.
And that's fine. You don't have to. But Kenny K doesn't give a shit about Jimmy John's. He asked you about Jersey Mike's, and I feel like if
Well,
Kenny
to
K,
be- you again.
To be fair, Leo, to be fair, Griff said he hadn't been either. He still gave a fucking
I'll
answer.
pull up the menu
Exactly, like,
again.
Kenny
Not
K-
to be the to be fair police.
Kenny,
But-
you said to be fair like 17 times this evening. Just tossing that out there, which is fine
I
with
know.
me.
I know.
You've been watching some
That's why I
letters.
said the to be fair, please. Yes,
Yeah.
I've been trying to find that sound on the soundboard, but I didn't want to have the search
Kenny K has
function
got
over
like
the
a young
scoreboard.
child. I think he's got another. He's got 2, but one's like under a year. I know he's got a managerial type of position in his work, right? You know, he's a GM. He's got a lot on his plate, and he took the time to sit down and send us
I am
questions.
actively looking at the menu.
Okay, I'm just saying, let's take this seriously for our fans, our 14 and a half
All right.
fans.
Kenny, thank you for this wonderful question.
Thank you, Kenny, and please
I would-
give your kids a kiss for us.
As long as it's
Okay.
a kiss from Kenny, not from us.
Well, you know what I'm saying. Like, tell them hi.
What I'm saying.
Sure. I would
You know
go
what
with the
I'm
bacon
saying?
ranch chicken cheesesteak.
That's a
That
good
sounds
choice. I was
delicious.
looking at
I've
that.
had that and it's delicious.
I have too. and it
Is there chicken and cheesesteak on there? Because that sounds amazing.
no. It's a kind of a
Oh.
lie because there's no cheesesteak that
Yeah.
you would expect.
Oh,
Bacon,
Yeah.
lettuce, tomato, cheese, ranch, and obviously chicken.
I guess you could
I-
probably get them to put a cheesesteak and a chicken sandwich together. That sounds fucking great.
I
They
do
do
like
have
their
some chicken-based cheesesteak stuff on here.
and they do have
the-
like normal cheesesteaks, but like they're not really what you would consider normal either.
I don't.
like
I'm not super into cheesesteaks, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
And I know that's a hot. Cheesesteaks are always dangerously mushroomed, and I don't want to. I think I
Well,
might have said this or
my-
something.
all right.
yeah. My thing is I would want it just like the meat, the cheese, and the bread, and like maybe
Mhm.
lettuce. That's fucking it.
Yeah.
Then that's like
Lettuce?
Jersey Mike's does. See, but with the lettuce, at that point it's more like a great steak and potato cheesesteak. And it's not really like what you would think of as a cheesesteak either. But regardless, it definitely not like peppers and shit on it.
Give me a Mike's Famous Philly grilled onions, peppers, steak and cheese. Just
That's
Nice.
a sandwich. That is a fucking meal of a sandwich right there, sir.
Mhm.
Good job, Leo.
I don't.
it does what it does.
Um,
It does what it says on the package, on the
I
label.
Let me-
I don't know what I would pick.
I thought you already picked. Did you not pick?
No,
Oh, I'm sorry.
did I?
He said salami was good.
I just
think
said
you've
that
just been-
Griff's pick
yeah.
was good.
Yeah, yeah, fair enough.
I like most of the things. It's just like kind of what I'm in the mood for. Like what meats, I guess. I'd probably go with like the original Italian though, with like just like the meat and lettuce.
What is
And
with
cheese,
you and
obviously.
lettuce.
I like lettuce.
I hate lettuce on sandwiches.
I don't. That's like
I'm
the
trying
best
to make
part.
myself not, but it's not working, Leo. I'm trying to It's not
I'll
working.
take peppers and onions all day. I'm just
All
fuck
day.
lettuce. Fuck
The lettuce
fuck tomatoes.
gives you more of like a fucking crispiness to it. It's so
Yes.
nice.
On
I
a
don't
cold
get a
sandwich,
sandwich.
yes.
Yeah,
I
on a
don't
cold
want a
sandwich.
sandwich.
Yeah.
I don't want a sandwich to crunch. That's not like I'm not eating a sandwich for crunchiness.
I am.
Well, I don't want it to be like soggy as fuck. Like that's what the
Right.
Oh,
lettuce
but like it
helps
doesn't need to like
counteract.
snap on me, you know?
Well, have you ever eaten lettuce? Does it fucking snap in your mouth like a rubber band, sir?
Well, that's crispy. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. I'm
Sir!
moving on. We got a new questionnaire. A new question asker. Duck asks, what do you think is your favorite and least favorite golf party map?
Ooh.
I'm
My favorite
gonna go.
Mine's the spring one, the one that I fucking get stuck on every goddamn time.
That's your favorite?
No, I hate that one.
Oh, okay. I like Jumpington. That's my favorite.
Jumpington.
My least favorite has become my favorite, which is Fortune Falls.
I think that's my favorite too. It's just fucking chaos. You just fucking send it and then pray.
Yeah. I used to hate it, and I've grown to love it.
My
Griff
least favorite,
says
the thin
Oops,
one,
sorry.
the thin trails is my least favorite.
Thin trails.
Oh yeah,
Whatever it's called.
that one's kind of fun to me. It's a little different.
What Griff say?
Yeah.
Griff said my least favorite is all of them. His favorite is Mario Golf on the original Game Boy. He realizes it's not actually a golf party map, but it's objectively the best golf game ever created. Griff will not leave 1997. He will hold on to it for the rest of his life.
He doesn't play by any fucking rules.
No rules.
I like it.
Yeah.
And it's just like I substitute your reality for my own.
And Chalk, you
yet
saw
he's
what he's
still-
building, right?
Oh, I
He
know. I
mentioned it in the
remember
League
him
Elders
talking about an
Lounge.
FCB. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yet he
So-
still found
Yeah,
a
he's not
Jersey Mike
leaving the
stuff to
90s.
ask. Yeah, I know. I'm aware. We all leave the 90s at some point, though.
Nah. Well, he'll leave the 1990s when he reaches his 90s.
Yeah, basically. I can't stop coughing. I laughed at something like 20 minutes ago, and it's fucked me ever since.
Okay, give me Jumpington as my favorite, and Fortune Falls is my least favorite.
Oh, Leo, you started to hate Fortune Falls?
Yeah, there's no skill involved.
Yeah, I think that's part of it for me. Is I
That's
have
why I
yet
like
to
it.
find. I haven't found the optimal anything for any of those
Yes.
holes.
That's the fun.
No skill
No,
involved, and
it's
I
not
hate it
fun.
because
I
I
hate it.
am pretty good at this game
You are. You
most
beat
of the
me
time.
all the time.
Leo, yeah, Leo's pretty solid. We're all better than Dayman, though, so that's what I take.
Some of
That's
us
all
are
that
trying to run this fucking podcast in the back end so they can't focus on fucking
Yeah,
golf.
okay, editor,
Yes.
calm down.
It's so hard to press record.
Oh no.
It's not what it is. You know
It's
it.
not what it is. Are you?
You
Are
know
there,
how
like,
often
levels?
I show Griff.
That's fair.
Also,
One
you
last question.
motherfuckers can look at your fucking Discord while you do this. I'm just sitting
Oh, I do.
here.
Oh, I don't.
I know.
Oh.
Oh,
Missing
I
out.
see
I'm
what he's
gonna
saying. He
I'm
can't
gonna
pull
start pinging
anything
you.
up because
Yeah, that's like what I'm saying. Yeah. That doesn't have anything to do with my golf skill. I just wanted
Quick,
to say
start
that.
pinging Dayman.
He's literally lying.
He can't look at it. He can't look.
Actually, while you're listening to this, just start pinging Dayman now, just for
Yeah.
fun.
Oh no.
just for fun.
Next question's
At
from
Dayman
Jerome
Nightman.
S. Monroe. What is the vertical of each of the top 5 members?
I wrote an answer for this one.
No idea.
I mean, I wrote an answer for all of them, but I wrote an answer for this one specifically.
Did you measure?
Nope. But I do not remember. I do not remember my vertical in high school, but it wasn't awful. I'd be willing to bet that it is the best of anyone in the top 5.
Are we talking NFL Combine vert? Like just
I mean, it
stand
is-
there with the thing?
Probably.
I mean, yeah, that's what I think vertical is, yeah.
Okay.
It is jumping.
Not good, Cotton.
All right. I think
Mm-mm.
I'm clearing then.
Yeah, I think
I
I think
think-
you're the winner.
I think I could get more than a dick's length. And
Who's
that's as
dick?
far as
Inches.
How big we talking?
I'm saying I can get more than a dick's length. Now, you take that as you will. I don't give a shit. That's where I think I'm at. Slightly more than a dick's length.
Talking
Yeah.
wine bottle here? Or are we talking?
Okay, calm down.
Yeah, one of those little 3-ounce ones you get that you can hide in your purse.
Oh, those aren't magnums, are they?
No, they're
Fuckers
not.
that I
Those are
drink while we go
non-magnums.
skiing.
Yes, the ski fucker drinks. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Oh wow,
Griff's
we gave
is
Dayman all that shit and he won.
look at him
fuck
go.
you guys.
Griff's is 0.
The pickle.
He says it's 0 under normal circumstances, but with enough speed, he could definitely get some air. I just don't feel confident about having a good time doing it.
Small.
I don't know how
bottle.
comfortable you'd be, Griff, but I would pay good money to watch it. That's what I'll say.
A small wine bottle is called a piccolo.
I would honestly pay good money to watch
Any of us, yeah.
A fucking vertical. Like, I would
not
say
Leo.
that just
He's all confident about it.
no. I was about to say. I would say though that Leo's and I's are probably going to be like not very entertaining and probably okay. I can't speak for anybody else personally.
As somebody who's played sports within the last 5 years, I think mine would probably be pretty good.
Yeah,
I used to be relatively athletic, thank you very much, and I have played a sport
You're not.
in the last 5 years. I played
but you're
basketball.
coughing because you're laughing too hard. Okay.
I'm coughing because I've had a fucking cold for 7 goddamn years.
Damn, get his ass.
Yeah, well, how is that going to help your vertical? Like that sounds like an help in your argument here, man.
I don't know if you know this or not, but you don't have to breathe all that much to get vertical. It's not like I'm running a fucking marathon. It's
Actually,
jumping.
You'll be out of breath after
But
doing it.
7 years
Well,
of
that's
being
fine. I'm
sick
still gonna
is
get up.
probably been fucking shit for your vert.
I'm
90%
gonna
of your
fucking.
vertical
I'm
actually
gonna
is
record
emptying
my
your
vert.
lungs, so you,
I'm gonna
so you
record my
catch
vert.
air.
See, I was always like kind of mid at sports. So like my vertical's not going to be like good to begin with. It's obviously only getting worse as I get older, but like, it's probably going to start at like average. It's definitely not going to be bad. It's not going to be
Dayman,
good though.
We're recording our verticals. I'm telling you, we're gonna get Wendy, get her to set up a little thing, put a cap behind it so it's cute. We're gonna record it.
No, we're gonna hit our heads.
Why do you assume
on
we
your
don't have a
ceiling.
tripod? Yeah, and then we're gonna hit our heads on the ceiling. I don't need to jump to touch the ceiling, dude. Like, I can just stand up and reach my fucking arm up. Like, come on.
Concussions on your ceiling.
Okay, we're gonna move on. Thank you for Jerome. Thank you to Jerome S. Monroe, Kenny K, and Doug
God,
for those
Jerome.
questions. So the next question is a bit of a long one. Did we decide whether or not I was going to read this in its entirety?
Dayman, yeah, I would.
Sorry, I was looking at something.
You're good. Okay, here you go. I'm going to read this while Dayman decides to tap it in. Give it a little tap, tap, tap-a-rooney. We received this question. We're going to read it in its entirety. It was sent in anonymously. We feel it's important to consider and discuss, and we're going to try to do it justice. So here goes. Here's the question. Just my honest thoughts. I think it's cool that you all do a podcast, but at the same time, a couple of you guys have had opportunities in MLR that have resulted essentially because you were drafted top 5. You could also credit those opportunities to the podcast, but nobody really cares about what someone drafted in the 2nd or 3rd round has to say. Even if they did, the top 5 is essentially a monopoly on the podcast. And if some late rounders wanted to start their own podcast, they would probably stop before they started, since it would seem like copying you guys. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing that you guys can really do about this, but I guess it's just something to be mindful of when you're going for a leadership opportunity. Some other guy has worse odds since he wasn't drafted in the top 5. Kudos to whoever edits, produces the podcast, since you put quite a bit of effort into it, and kudos to Supido since you do stuff for the league. So there's not really a question there for us to answer.
There is no question. But
But we did have some thoughts.
Talk about it anyway.
First of all, I'm not the only
Just
one
top
of the 5 of us who do things for the league.
I
But
don't do
thank you
anything for the league.
nonetheless.
Let's read Griff's answer just to put us on a.
All right, let me get in the whole. First off, why don't who does stuff for the league here? Do I do stuff for the league? I do some media stuff.
You do media stuff. Dayman does umpiring.
Yep. Leo is pretty.
And scribe stuff.
And
When
scribe
thank you.
stuff.
Thank you.
Chalk, you're on committee for your team.
I am that.
Leo, now GM. I mean,
Leo's
I think
on
it's a little. I mean,
FCB
I'm happy for the kudos for what I do, but I don't know. I feel like we all have our own little place in here as well.
All right, so let me get to Griff's then too, since I think
Yeah.
you guys were saying Griff wrote this out. He's the eloquent top 5 member.
Absolutely.
People say this is a number guessing league. This is Griff's words, and like I just called him elegant, and he's going and like sure it is, but it's also maybe even more so a league of vibes and socializing. MLR isn't a popularity contest per se, but activity and visibility reign supreme, and arguably nothing encapsulates this idea more perfectly than the MLR draft. People care about how well you play to some extent, but it's much more about your intangibles. How engaged are you with the community, for instance? What kind of clubhouse presence are you? Do people like virtually hanging with you? What do you bring to the community above and beyond your ability to count to 1,000? That's why we went top 5 by and large. We were active and people liked what we brought to the table. Simple as that. When you think about the opportunities we have gotten, captaincy, co-GM status, etc., the same rationale holds. When you are active, visible, well-liked, and you care about MLR, you are bound to find yourself getting more opportunities than those who are quiet and disengaged. That feels like a feature, not a bug, you know? We don't get opportunities because we got drafted high. We get opportunities and we got drafted high because of how enthusiastically we dove into this community. And choosing to spend the time and energy to create the podcast for the community is just another product of that enthusiasm. And I will just continue speaking here because I entirely agree with Griff. I really think the reason we were drafted where we were is activity, is engagement, is care. We care about what we're doing. We care about our teams. We care about the league. I know that I annoy many people in the organizational side of the league because I want to understand what the fuck we're doing, why we're doing it, how we're doing it, and whether or not it's the best way to do it. And I do that not because I'm an obnoxious a-hole, but also because I care about the league. And that's what tends to get us positions. That's what tends to get us opportunities, as they say. And I am going to keep talking. I'm sorry for monopolizing. I really was bothered by the idea that we have a monopoly on media. Because I will own one thing real quick. I made a joke in some public channel to DVD or Sid, one of the top picks of the rookie class in season 10, great set of rookies, about how they were joking about making something. I was like, get your own shtick. We have our thing. That was purely a joke. And DVD has reached out to me and said, hey, we were thinking about doing a podcast kind of like you all do, but we do something different, whatever. And my response, my first and only response to it, and DVD will verify this if he listens. I don't know if he does. Was that he does? Shout out to DVD.
Absolutely. He comments on our Reddit posts.
Awesome. Oh yeah, he does.
So you didn't know who he was.
You can check it with DVD. My response was, the more media, the better. Like I have no control or monopoly on media. I've offered that he can release under our channel because we already got it all set up, but he can also do it on his own. He can also, you can make a podcast roasting our podcast and talking about how small our penises are and how low our vertical jumps are. And I'll listen to it.
And we'll give you our fucking YouTube password and you can post it on our goddamn channel if you want to.
Exactly. Because the more people that are engaged with MLR, the more people play and care about MLR, the better it is. That's how that works. That's why media is important. That's why what I think we do here is important. That's why if other people do stuff like that, it's important. Because if not, then people stop caring because it's not fun to do. And this is fucking fun to do. Noah loving triples and someone hitting a triple and us screaming Noah Diamond loves triples whenever he does is fun. Like that's why we do it, because we have engagement and interest in it. So I'll get off my soapbox. I'm sorry.
To add to that, I think if there were, when we started this, media was, I don't want to say a graveyard. It certainly wasn't a graveyard, but it wasn't active. And it's still not fully active as it could be. There are opportunities for people if they want to
fully realized
do a podcast or do a weekly newsletter or whatever. It's there. No one's stopping you. You just have to ask for the permissions.
And
if anything, like most people who have historically been involved with it, like Brian and like a bunch of other fucking people, like all they're gonna do is ask if you want help.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
Hell, we'll ask if you want help.
Right.
Literally.
If we see media being created, we will shout you out because we created this podcast essentially to put a highlight on cool people in the community that we wanted to know more about and felt that you guys should know more about.
Mhm.
That's why we're here. That's why we filmed 30
This is our
episodes?
31st.
31
Well,
episodes of this.
We've filmed
with-
like 35 or so, but
Right.
technical difficulties and
And-
such.
Yeah, whoever edits the fucking podcast, who would that be?
Yeah.
And how
Well,
many
the
of those
first one I fucked up.
31? How many of those 31 have just been the 5 of us?
3 or
the
4.
pilot.
3. The pilot. We had one other one in this one.
The Christmas one, where it's just us.
Yeah, I think 3,
Yeah.
maybe 4.
We had the
that
top
one,
5,
and
top 5
I'm-
one.
I'm almost positive that the Christmas tradition one or whatever that one was, like someone canceled on us, and we were still had the time blocked out, so it ended up just being us.
I think that's what it was.
And then there was one more, the top five that we did.
Either way,
But
not
anyways.
many.
And then one other note, as far as different things around the league, like dayman umpiring and all that, a lot of that they come out and ask for volunteers. If you want to do something, you just have to ask. I'm on the MILR council. I did that because I asked Uga if he was looking for anyone. It's not like they came to me because I was a top 5 member or whatever. It's
Yeah,
And
because
Uga
I
is
asked.
always looking for someone to help with MILR.
Always looking for someone in MILR.
Always.
really.
Yeah.
I would just say, like, we can move on from this, but I don't really want this to come off as like, oh, there's 20 responses on here and the only negative one is like all of us bitching about it. Like I'm not a stranger to like constructive criticism. Like people have DM'd me about the podcast of like things we could improve. All of us have gotten those. Like we've all gotten stuff like that. I've gotten like so many things that I've worked on way harder than we do on the podcast. 'Cause like we all said, it's like literally just a fun thing that it's really not any deeper than that. I've had things that I've worked on for fucking hours of my life that people literally just said were terrible. So I'm not trying to make it seem like it's like, oh, you get one bad comment and all of a sudden it's like all the rage. But like,
Mm-mm.
if you think that people are giving other people more opportunities and things because they make videos talking about random shit that 25 people fucking watch on YouTube, like I don't have a constructive response back to that. I just honestly don't.
I will say one thing. Coleslaw is sending me, it may even be in my inbox yet. I haven't gotten it. He sent me a postcard from Japan because I like postcards. And he's from Japan, and I said I would love a postcard from it. I don't know if he would have done that if I weren't top 5 famous. I do want to admit that.
Mhm.
He told me that, but I was his GM, so I guess I'm absolved. I'm just saying, like, some of us, and like, some of it can just be, I mean, like, if you don't have like roles for stuff, you can't see who's umpiring. Like, if you're disengaged, like, you can't tell how much work like someone like Teddy or Lee or someone does in the back end, or like so many other people. But like, I don't know. It feels a little. This comment feels a little more than disingenuous to me, just simply because it's like someone who's drafted in later rounds has worse odds. Like I don't know if anybody told you this, but like draft position has literally no bearing on like anything to do with you, and there are so many people that were not even in the first round or anything, or even drafted at all, or were just free agent pickups that have leadership positions. So like,
Yep.
The idea that
you can go check on that yourself, I guess. I don't know.
the idea
we
that that nobody wants to hear from a second or a third round pick, I feel like isn't only disingenuous, it's disrespectful to people who have been second and third
To
round
those
picks
people.
who have
Yep.
who have gotten to points where they are based off of being a person that people want to be around.
Yeah.
And that's ultimately, I think, how you propel yourself to high positions, is being someone that that people want to interact with and be around at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And
Like, just because you just happen to be fucking busy during your 4 weeks of college, so you like go later, like that doesn't fucking impact how people see you as a person like at all. So if you're thinking that, like, because you're in that position yourself, like that's not true. So don't do that, I guess.
yeah, there's I would say like the takeaway the thing I would say to this is if you feel like you don't have an opportunity, just ask for one. Just ask your GM what you can do. Ask Alone what you can do. Ask, an umport if they need help. Ask Mark if he needs help with fucking awards. Mark does so much work around awards.
Mm-hmm.
I even
Literally
just told
go-
Mark I wanted to help him with something, and I got too busy to do it, and so I left him hanging. That happens. It's understandable, but there's plenty of people that need help, and you're just reach out because if you care, because it sounds like you do about the league, get into it. Everyone will gladly take your help.
And even if that's literally just like saying something in your team server or like DMing like a captain or a GM, like I don't know. It just there's a lot more to this than just like being in charge of a team or something. I mean, like I'm not even, and so and there's a lot more to it than merely like where you get put in your fucking draft position. Like nobody, who cares? Nobody cares. Like the reason that this is called the Top 5 Podcast is because the fucking logo and branding looks really cool. Like who the like it's just
the reason it's the
not
Top 5
that fucking
podcast,
deep, man.
Yeah, the reason it's the Top 5 podcast is because I was gonna start interviewing all the fucking people. It had nothing to do with these other 4 assholes.
Yeah.
And then we just happened to click. Dayman is charismatic. Leo
And
is
then
funny as
fucking
hell.
Griff-
And Capito's got the
yeah.
draw. And Griff
And
has
then
Griff.
What'd you say about
and
me?
then exactly.
You have the
Nothing,
you have
nothing,
the
dear,
draw.
nothing.
You have the draw, Stupido. That sexy
Oh, the
Stupido
draw.
drip.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thanks.
Gets my panties wet.
Hmm.
Oh no.
And also he's teaching us how to count cards because he worked at a casino. I'm just saying, like,
Make it big one day.
We all have strengths.
yeah. I mean, it's like shit like this, like, doesn't upset me because I feel like personally attacked. It more upsets me that like somebody views that this is how like people interact with each other here. Like
Mhm.
that's not it at all. Like nobody that I know of or interact with thinks about shit and people like this.
Yeah. And most of our guests have had to remind themselves where they were drafted whenever we would ask them.
Literally, the only reason I fucking remember that I went first is because it's easiest shit. It's 1.1.
I also make you do it every time we have a podcast. I make you.
Yes. Like, why
I
do you
just
think
feel
I
like go
never
after
fucking
Dayman.
say it? Because it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Like, it literally doesn't.
I want to real quick revisit one of the previous questions. My least favorite map is Teletown. I forgot about it.
Oh, dude, yes. Okay, I changed my answer to Teletown too. I have a PTSD.
I hope they didn't make a sequel.
No, Teletown 2, Return to Teletown.
You did it to me again, you fucking asshole. Oh, I don't know why Leo. Yeah, we got a lot of responses on the forum. I distilled them down to questions that we could get through and whatnot. And I left that one on there because I thought it was important to show, one, not everybody loves us, obviously, or if this is love that's different than normal love. But two, also that it's important to try to change the way we think about our place in the community if we think we don't have the power to do it. And I think the message we want to send is, if you feel like we got to where we are or whatever, and where the fuck we are, we're not anywhere. If
Right.
you feel
Yeah,
we have
like,
opportunities
what
because
the
of what we're doing, no, we're just doing what we're doing, and that's how it works. And opportunities are there for you, so please come be involved. We want more people to be involved.
Mhm.
I genuinely like being. Yeah, I really do. I'm
Well, yeah, I feel
low
like
key
that's
trying
what,
to get my wife to join, and she's never going
that's
to.
like-
But I'm trying to.
Yeah, I feel like that's just like what bothered me the most too about it. It's just like nobody has to do anything. So
This whole
Well,
thing
let's
is run
go-
on volunteers.
Yeah. Well, I think they pay Isaac.
I
Hmm.
think they do as well.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't
they pay
think so.
Isaac in like.
It's
I think it's in
something
sub
along
And
those
sandwiches.
lines.
and they pay Homer, but to like
Yeah.
shut up
we-
sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I
We
was
don't want
making a joke to Leo about Isaac. I don't know if that.
I don't think he does.
No,
To be
I was making a joke.
Yeah.
But
not about Homer.
Yeah,
He probably definitely gets
not
paid to
about
show
Homer.
up.
We're
No,
still
we
gonna
definitely have to
call
keep
the
in check.
FBI on you, but whatever.
Yeah, totally fine. Stupido, you're not in the hole. There you go.
Yeah, I was getting there.
I'm just saying.
What's next on the list? I don't feel like pulling Discord up on my phone.
Yeah.
Duck asks, who are you looking forward to playing against in Season 10? And I am going to keep building or entrenching the Marlins-Philly rivalry and say the Marlins. I had a lot of fun talking with and trading barbs with Captain Trash, my new favorite non-Philly in the league, and I'm looking forward to losing to them twice because the Phillies just can't fucking defeat them no matter what. So that's who I'm looking forward to playing next year.
Let me pull up the schedule real fast.
I'd say the Cardinals because not only do they have my wonderful husband here, Dayman,
Hi.
but they also took two of the rookies that I had the pleasure of being the GM for in FCB. Shout out Dan Van Dam once again. His second shout out is the episode already, and
Jeez.
Alexis Texas Ranger for an 80 grade name. Both pitchers, both hopefully I will take 450 feet to dead center when we play the Cardinals.
I hope you take them deep too. I really do.
Hope I take Alexis Tech. I'm sorry, I'm not going to finish that. I'm not going to finish that joke. We're not going to finish that one.
FBI wants to know your location.
Why? Never mind.
Griff wants to play all of his top 5 co-hosts so that he can
I
break
think
us in body and spirit.
He does. He
But-
plays.
But with
us.
like respect.
Yeah, of course.
I just
Stupido, do
realized
we play him?
We're
know
not
he
playing
plays
anyone
us.
of the top 5. Oh no, we are playing Pittsburgh. No.
Yeah.
No. Yep. I don't know.
The Dads play Pittsburgh week 2, so we will play.
Yeah,
Hey,
we
Dayman.
play them week 9, so I'll go with that.
Sorry,
Be
I'm
fun to play Griff.
handling something.
I just want to let you know you got 4 seconds left.
He's not
I
getting
don't
it all.
care. I'm
not getting it
fixing
all.
something for our fucking MLN team. Simmer down.
Shadow Ball.
Okay, next question. We all did that.
Yeah.
Dayman, who do you want to play next year? You're looking forward to playing.
Play.
I can
Hmm.
tell you your opponents if you need me
I was gonna
to.
say, do you need your schedule?
Hey, fuck you guys. I'm pulling it up right now.
Okay.
Wow. He's being nice.
Wow.
I actually do because I just closed out of the tab that would get me there on accident.
Hey, we all play the Pirates.
Cardinals.
Well, probably Griff. I mean,
Mm.
I feel like it's one of those like double-edged sword whenever we play each other. Because it's like if we win, like it's nice because we won, but then if we lose, I'm like, at least like their team won that week, I guess. So like,
Us,
I guess those ones, you know.
us all being in the National League doesn't help with that.
Yeah, fair.
Damon, you play Reds, Mets, Pirates, Padres, Cubs. I mean, do I?
I'm
need
gonna
to
go
down
ahead
the
and
rest
say
of the
that
list?
we probably have to beat the Cubs, but I hope it's only in 6 innings.
Dodgers.
But then I'll still go and count with Spoon and Ike and Carl Havoc. Shout out him.
Carl Havoc.
Shout out just to the Cubs, who I fear and respect, and hope they do not face me in the playoffs. Face us in the playoffs.
Hmm.
Get
Stupido,
ready to
I'm
speak
saying us
NL
for us.
Central, buddy. We
Season
fucking
10
play them
happen.
twice. With our damn luck, we'll play them 3 times. Although that would mean playoffs, but still.
Or
NL West,
sadness.
NL Best.
Yeah,
Or
true.
sadness.
True.
Duck has another question for us.
Hey,
What
Doug.
do you regret most about your first season?
Hmm.
Probably not being as good as I wanted to be.
That's the easy answer, though.
All right, so here's the tough answer, and I say this with love. And can we mark it in case I decide to like switch it
Marking
back?
Strike it from the record.
Okay. I feel terrible about this, but I know that I should have done it because we talked about it ahead of time, and I should have said something. The Mike LaViva home run was a max homers or 3 true outcomes hitter, I don't know what it is, but the fucking range is insane, versus a fly ball pitcher. And before we even got into the playoffs, Perda and I had talked about matchups and when she should be pulled and if she should be pulled and whatever. And we had said to each other, maybe if it's the end of the game and we're worried about a walk-off, Perda shouldn't be on the mound. We should pull her for someone with better ranges, because as great as she is, hits happen.
Can't beat the
And
range.
you can't beat the range all the time. And I should have said, I know you want to finish this game. You've been lights out, but this is a max homers person, and this is the exact scenario you wanted to be pulled out in. And I didn't. And I regret it because I let her fucking wear it. And I feel terrible about it. Because we had another pitcher. Could have came in, just thrown a junk ball. Leviva would have hit probably a homer still because you can't stop him. But or was it Woodcutter or Jones? I don't remember who it was, but whoever the fuck it was. Was it
Pretty
Woodcutter?
sure it was Woodcutter Drones, because I literally thought to myself,
That's
yeah,
who did it to you too, yeah.
I've felt that shit before.
Said I've seen this episode before.
Said,
Yeah.
this looks oddly familiar. When his
Like,
name came up in that channel, I literally went to the St. Louis Captains channel and said, Woodcutter Jones is up against the Phillies with the chance for the walk-off. Where have I seen that before?
Oh,
Yeah.
I should have stopped it. I didn't, because it's her team and it's her game and it's her ball, and I mean, she is a fucking hell of a pitcher, and she's a hell of a competitor.
Shout
But I
out
should have
Perda.
stepped.
Also,
I should have said, yeah, shout out Perda. But
also, I mean, as you said, doesn't really matter because you don't really know what would have happened.
yeah. Never know.
Hindsight's 2020 and such.
Yeah,
But that's my regret.
counterfactuals be counterfactual, but true. That is a good answer to the question, though. That is
Yeah,
a genuine. That's a genuine regret. I personally like to live a no regret lifestyle. That doesn't always match up with my actual
Lifestyle.
mental state. But so I'll have to keep thinking. I'll have to keep thinking about that one.
Stupidio, do you want to go? I have an answer, but
Yeah, I think for me it was taking on too much too early. With fantasy and a bunch of other stuff, I didn't get a chance to just enjoy. But on the other side, it was kind of funny. In my clubhouse, they asked why I didn't go for the captaincy, and I was like, "'Cause I'm new." And come to find out, that was expected. So I wish I had been a little more like, a little gung ho about taking positions like that. It's kind of a two-edged sword to the different
In the Tampa
ideals.
clubhouse?
Yeah.
Got it.
That apparently they were expecting me to take one of the captain roles, and someone else was like, I'll take it if Stupido doesn't. And then they were wondering why I didn't take it. It's like, I don't know, I'm new to this thing.
Didn't know I was supposed to.
I would say my answer is probably a hesitancy to really stick to one method of pitching. I changed how I pitched a lot to mixed results. ERA just
sorry to
below
laugh.
5. We managed to get it below 5. But I gave up a lot of home runs, and a lot of that's just because I just kind of dicked around with how I pitched. I had some strings of success. I had a really good start against Texas, and I probably should have just kept doing what I was doing then. But
even if like you gave up like a double or something.
Yeah, I gave
just
up
like,
one in like 5 innings.
Yeah.
But the next game, I was doing that method again, and I gave up another home run. And I was just like, all right, well, this method isn't working. I'll go to something else. And I didn't stick with anything. And because of that, it just never felt like I was on the front foot pitching.
Yeah.
Like it always felt like I was like on the back foot, and that they always knew what was coming next.
Right.
Even if I didn't even know what was coming next, it was just like, I'll submit a pitch, just another home run. Like,
yeah,
what am I supposed to do about this?
Man, I feel that way in fake college football sometimes where I'm just like, before I even submit, I'm like, he's gonna fucking do this and then blah blah. But if I pick this, then it's gonna be this.
So that's my biggest regret. I didn't refine my abilities as a pitcher, and I mean the outcome spoke for itself for the most part.
And then
Not
you
a
gave
great
up and
season.
became a hitter.
Hey, I'm gonna hit now. It's gonna be great.
I'm looking forward to it.
I also just didn't
I don't-
enjoy pitching. Like it sucked.
I just personally just do not enjoy it either.
I have
Like,
a lot of respect for pitchers.
It's
yeah,
fucking
like I
hard.
genuinely do not find it fun at all. I would rather like I would literally rather just never play than do that. I just don't find it fun at all.
Yeah. I definitely had a dislike for it at the end of the season when
Yeah.
that wait for a result after you've thrown your pitch is it's
Yeah.
not. I genuinely would go as far as to say it's borderline not healthy for me.
Fair enough, Leo.
Yeah.
It was not a good feeling.
Yeah, at least hitting, you put your swing in, and you know the result most of the
Yeah.
time is coming up within a minute.
Yeah, it's coming. That's like also my least favorite part of like the fake college football. Like when you're on defense, that's when you're submitting. I just hate it. Like it's like that sit there and like waiting for them to respond is like just the fucking worst. I would rather just comment my little shit, wait a minute, go about my way.
All right. That's a good question, Duck. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Good Doc.
Jerome S. Monroe asks, as the top 5 have now been in the league for a whole season, what do you think is the greatest issue facing MLR at this moment? Could be large, could be small, could be something dumb or insignificant. If there's nothing, what's the next big thing that you would put this season in a better spot than last season? First off, I forgot to say Griffey regrets not making his Griffey points a thing with more regularity. I forgot to say that. I'm sorry, Griff. And
Never too late.
Griff has
Maybe we can give out Griff points during MLR Fantasy. I'll get with you, Griff.
Griff. Oh, who's the fucking asshole that did that? Dayman.
Dayman.
Griff's biggest problem and the greatest issue facing MLR at the moment is that the asshole who just dropped that on me, Dayman, hasn't released a cover of Tarzan Boy by Baltimore. Hashtag demand action. Hashtag Dayboy Nightboy. I don't know what any of that means, but
That is
wow. Those are
literally. Yeah, I was about to say, is that fucking English? That is a crazy sentence.
Dayboy Nightboy.
Dayboy.
That has a ring to it. I mean, technically, Dayman is a boy, but then he becomes the Dayman
Fighter of the Nightman.
after he fights the night. It's not really clear. Charlie's illiterate, so
Instructions
I
unclear.
don't have any idea what you're talking about.
It's
Yeah.
an Always Sunny reference.
I mean, I know that, but like, yeah. I'm going to jump in. I think the biggest thing facing this league, and I'm going to steal it from most of you guys. I'll be quite honest. I think it's recruitment. I think that's a big issue. There is an image of our league in a broader internet baseball focused community that is problematic. And I don't think that it's necessarily fair or unfair. I'm not going to bother commenting on that. But I think it's going to cause issues for us if recruitment is dependent upon one person spending basically a week at the computer nonstop, hounding 70 different subreddits in order to be able to find new members. I think Thomas did as an amazing job as one can do under the circumstances. And I think the rookie class that came in has a lot of high potential. But I think we got to be honest. We've shot ourselves in the foot a little bit in that, and I don't know what's going to happen there and how to undo that damage and how to handle, move forward. And you don't always have to grow. You don't always have to bring new people in. You can have a stasis, a homeostasis, and be fine for a while. But eventually, you need some fresh blood, fresh ideas to keep going. And I think it's a real issue facing the league. I'm curious to see how we're gonna to move beyond that. I think media is something that would do that. That's all I got.
I would say just at most, like online, like leagues like that face that issue. Like, I mean, the causes sure are different, but like even in like other fake sports league that lots of people are in, like every year, like recruitment is like somewhat of a issue and something that has to be solved. So, and sometimes it is solved, sometimes it isn't.
Mm-hmm.
So just in
I think
a broader sense.
if the recruitment can't work as well as it used to, I think it's got to go to a lot of word of mouth. And at least on with one fake league, they're probably interested in another fake league. And
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not in any of the other ones, but I know some of you are in multiples and multiples of multiples. And
like fake college football has like a recruitment issue too.
Right. And, I think there were some partnerships this year that helped, and maybe we get those later. But I think a lot of it is just people, like if you're on a team, you tell them and they come and join, or just even I'm in a Discord server that's tangentially related to baseball. And, you put some feelers out there, you get a couple people.
Yeah.
Is that the
Team
one you and I are in?
Sports Discord.
No, it's not the one we're in.
Oh, okay. That's very much so related to baseball.
It is. As for me, I won't say it's a problem, but I think it's a place for enhancement, and it's for the data and the data feed and the way it can be retrieved and obtained. I feel like right now it's a wild, wild west on how to get it and where to get it and how it's retrieved and how much you can get. And I feel like there can be a lot done there to make it easily digestible. For example, if you send off for a plate appearance log for a batter, you're getting everything ever, which isn't helpful for that batter. You should be able to do filters on that API, things like that. Just like I said, the data's there. It just needs to be refined and easily digestible where it doesn't require someone to do it themselves.
And that's not a knock on. That's not a knock on Isaac and all the hard work he's done.
Oh, no, absolutely not. And that a lot of the stuff that's being done now is what's been done for years. I know that, it makes it easy. It's hard to change when it's already set.
And a lot of the stuff functions because of the hard work of Isaac and others like him who have kept it going. And so I know you said that before. I just wanted to make sure that was said now too while we were talking about it.
Yes,
because I know that's how you feel.
My answer is that the biggest issue. Oh yeah, one that weighs on my fucking mind every night before I go to sleep. Why the fuck does my goddamn Raspberry Pi skip a fucking RSS feed thing every now and again? This is, a threat has not been seen such as that since I don't even know when. It's fucking insane. I've tried everything. Somebody sent fucking help.
I feel attacked.
The Civil War, January 6th insurrection, Dayman's Raspberry Pi. The three biggest threats to American democracy.
Although I do know that it technically isn't the Pi itself because I've tried on multiple different Pis. So it's something in that, like it's something in Python and like the way the RSS, like a lot of the scripts are written. I don't know what the fuck it is though. I haven't been able to find anybody who knows or has had the same issue. So I hate that. Think about it every day.
I'm sorry, buddy. I wish I could help you.
Fine. It literally just happened one day and that was my fucking Vietnam.
Leo, do you have anything?
No, I don't have an answer. That's going to be anticlimactic, but I genuinely couldn't think of an answer for this question.
That's
why
fine.
I had to make up a personal one because I was like,
totally fine, Leo. Totally fine.
I'm a glass hat.
You need to get us a pizza tower in the clubhouse. That's my biggest issue.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Give us a pizza tower.
GM, you can get on that.
You're right. I'm ordering a pizza tower.
Yeah, that is actually, that's your fault that you don't have one. Actually,
oh no, it's all my fault.
Uno reverse.
Taking it out of our equipment fund. We're getting a pizza tower in the clubhouse.
Stupido.
You guys you have to keep the shitty jerseys.
As one of the two people, Stupido, who had an actual issue facing the league, I think I'm curious if you'll agree with the sentiment. I do think the league is generally in good health right now.
Absolutely, and I recognize and respect why they do it the way they do. I know there's been issues in the past, especially when you're talking databases and people deleting them. So I
Right.
get why.
Yep.
I just feel like there can be some fixes.
Fair enough.
It's also one of those things of like, it's only when like something is doing like pretty good that you can start to worry about something like fixing
Absolutely.
a database that technically doesn't have like issues per se and like running a game. You know,
Right.
if you have like some major fucking problem going on, you know,
Yeah.
you're
That's true.
not too worried about the state of like, you know, television when you got a major fucking like drought going on, you know, I'm just saying, or whatever.
Right. You're not going to worry about how the data is stored if the data is not being stored correctly in the first place.
Literally, yeah, exactly.
An odd analogy, Damon, but I think
I couldn't think of a good one. I was just like, fuck, I don't know.
droughts
What
of
did people do
television. Name a
before?
more
Like,
iconic.
I don't know. I was trying to
combination.
think of something like you're not going to worry about like higher education if you're going through a famine or something, but that's like a fucking 18th century example. I didn't feel
Yeah.
like explaining it.
You're not going to worry about art subsidies if
You're not going to worry about art
if you're
if
in a
you're
war.
starving to death. Yeah. That's a good one too.
Or maybe that's when we need art most. I don't know.
Talk to the monuments men.
I was going to say talk to Plato, but yeah. Plato
I mean,
hated
they-
art. What am I talking about? I'm gonna move on. We got another heavy hitter one. Leo, this one's for you. It is
Hello.
from a brewer. And again, reading this one in the entirety. Leo, you didn't say bye to any of us before leaving the server. We were only told you demanded a trade when somebody noticed you weren't in the server anymore. We were told you never said why you refused to play with us anymore. That made me and others feel bad. Do you have any regrets about how you handled things or anything you want to say about it?
I have prepared another statement. First, I want to say
Was-
thank you for sending in your question. I'm going to answer it bit by bit. It is true, I did not say bye, as I did not want to cause a scene in the clubhouse. I did demand a trade and leave the server, yes. I did not feel that it was on me, a rookie, to announce to the team of veterans and other rookies that I would be demanding a trade. That would just cause a scene that nobody really wants, ultimately. I feel like that is up to team's leadership to do if they feel the need to do, as they know the reasons. I apologize if this situation has hurt or continues to hurt anyone in Milwaukee. I think it could have been handled better on both sides, but ultimately I do not have any regrets. Milwaukee made the playoffs without me, and let's be honest, I was not very good at pitching, so it might have been a benefit to them. And I have landed the GM spot in San Diego after a stint in FCB as Texas State. FCB GM, go Bobcats, 9 first-round picks, etc., etc. I don't need to bang on my drum anymore.
Man, Ray's erasure here.
Yeah,
Listen,
I thought he was going to say after some nice stop in
After
Tampa,
his
but he
stint
did
in
not.
Tampa, no.
I do appreciate
Skipped right
Tampa.
over that.
I do appreciate Tampa. Thank you, Tampa. I am a co-GM, GM spot in San Diego that I'm very happy with. I want to say thank you for Milwaukee for being the team that brought me into the league, and by extension, this very podcast.
Mm.
But I think everybody ultimately is better off currently. And that is all I have to say on the matter. If anybody from Milwaukee has anything else they'd like to ask me, they know where to find me. My DMs are a open and chaotic place, but they are open nonetheless.
What's happening in your DMs, buddy?
Well, I just added Liru as a friend, so that's
You
luck.
don't need to say
that
anymore.
says it
I
all.
get it. I get it.
That says it all.
I get it.
Send a fucking Hannah Dumpy emoji from me, please.
To
I don't
Liru?
know what that means.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's fine. I
Liru, if you listen, could you send me a Hannah Dumpy emoji so I can be in on the joke?
I'll send you one.
And I know I want it from Liru only. I want the real, authentic experience.
I just want to say I obviously have not been around very long, but I have been in captain's channels of a few trades or discussions and like cuts and especially like trades. Like, I don't know. There's team announcements, but people who want to trade, who just go into the locker room and say, I want to trade, I don't know if very many GMs would appreciate that.
Mhm.
Like,
Just
just
not a
me
good- I don't think
personally,
it's a good thing.
for the team that I co-GM that Leo is on, if someone did that in our clubhouse, I wouldn't appreciate it. I would say, like, I would be kind of upset that they didn't feel like that they could just talk about it with like leadership, and then we could just go about our business and get everybody to having like a good time.
Yeah.
I
I agree.
don't know, but
But hey,
I feel like a good
Here we are.
response, and I definitely agree. I think it worked out fine.
like everybody is better off.
Mhm.
All right.
And shout out Brewers legend Jose Canseco.
Yes.
We have confirmed that they do regard him as a legend. Now they said they won't retire the number, but that's fine. We'll accept it.
Tiring the numbers a lot for somebody who genuinely
Yeah,
has not
I
played
do
for your
agree.
team.
Also, they did say that they just don't do that in general, so I feel like it's fine.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
So now we're going to finish up with a few questions about the podcast. Ryan McBrien, Teenage Heartthrob, Ryan McBrien.
Is it
Um,
Rob?
It's
I don't-
dude, come on. Our
I don't
lawyers are
remember.
just fucking pissed.
Didn't we get?
We have a
exclusive
lawyer?
told
We
off?
had
CPs,
Stupido had to fucking do a
It was
thing.
with Steve. Yep.
Pedo
and
Esquire.
Do I have to
we couldn't even
reread that?
use the Bird Law Associates because of the conflict of interest. Terrible.
I think that's 3 callbacks in one. He asks, who designed the top 5 logo? And the follow-up question is going to be, which arm is which? And for the answer, I'm going to throw it to Griff. Griff says, I, quote unquote, made it, but I'm pretty sure the design and concept was something everyone weighed in on. That is false. Griff made it
Yes.
and did it all himself. We have no design input. Griff is the
Nope.
artistic one. We are just the faces. And that's
Yeah,
why we
I think
don't
we
show
said,
them.
Griff, we need a
because-
logo, and he did
And
it.
then he sent it,
yeah.
and then the reply, everybody was just like, "That's fucking crazy!" Yeah,
No,
like
no.
that was
Right.
literally like the conversation.
That was it. That was it.
That's
Like-
There were no notes.
For the arms, from left to right, Chalk with the mutant banana fingers, then Stupido. Can't actually remember why he has the yellow bat. Leo is in the center with the ball because he was the pitcher. Then the signature Griffey blue bat, that's him. And Dayman on the far right with a skin tone that he requested to be so pasty that it almost glows. So pasty white that it almost glows.
Also
I've
known
seen
as
an image of
2%
Dayman.
milk.
It is,
Understood.
yeah. Wasn't
Another
that a butt
callback.
joke?
That was a bunch.
Another call, Mac.
Yeah.
It did start. The origins of the 2% though did start as a skin color joke, but Leo turned it in to a butt joke.
As I usually do.
Yes.
Classic Leo.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Griff, for the wonderful logo. I need to make T-shirts
Yes.
for us at some point.
Yeah, I was just literally just thinking. I was like, "Fuck!" I'm trying to like find one that's
Stickers.
not just the server icon. But yeah,
Wait, we can find
I
out how
have-
much this podcast really matters.
I
Let's
have
do
it.
some merch and see how many it sells.
All right,
NFT's
you know
gonna
what?
go
Fuck
so
it.
hard.
If you want a top 5 T-shirt,
Oh no.
DM me. I'll put together an order. You only pay cost and shipping. We ain't making any money, but I will definitely put it together because I want to just randomly see one in the wild one day at like a baseball game.
Oh God, that would
Okay.
be awesome.
That would be
This
so fucking
podcast
cool.
Brought to you
What are
by
the
Athletic
odds?
Greens.
I don't know what that is.
Brought to you by
Very
Last 2 questions, both of them coming from the, I don't know if he's beloved or not, but I love this guy. Beloved to me, Randall Peppers, one of the
I
greatest
love
folk.
Randall. What do you
Yeah. Okay. I
I
just
don't,
want to
know
say,
if, I don't know if he's
if
universal.
you
I
have
don't know
a
how
problem
many
with
people know.
Randall, like
Pick up with me,
that's a
take it up
you
with Bayman.
problem.
Yeah.
Like,
Randall Peppers is one of the greatest folks in MLR.
Yeah.
He asked us a couple of
Announced
questions.
tonight to be he's MILR
GM.
GM.
Missing?
The B. The
Bees,
so
the
we do
bees.
need
Okay, man, you can do it.
clarification.
You can do it.
Is it? We need clarification. Is it? It's
It's
spelled
the
like it
Beatles.
should be pronounced Beatle. Like
No, it's
Seattle.
Beatles. It's the Beatles.
But it does look like Beatles. There's too many letters for it to just be Beatles. It's a pun
the
or something.
Beatles. It's the Beatles.
Seattle.
I think it's Beatles personally.
I
I don't,
will
know how
find
you
out.
spell, I don't know how you spell Beetle, but I spell Beetle with 1 T. I don't know if that's wrong or not.
No, that's right. The Beatle Bumblebee Bumblebutts playing at BuzzFeed Field at Applebee's Park.
Yep.
Shout out to
Yes. Who could forget?
Shout out
Okay.
Randall.
Anywho's,
You have
here
a
we
problem,
go.
Randall, taking
Well,
up with
yeah, what's
anybody on
Randall's
this
question?
podcast?
First question Randall has is: did you expect the podcast to take off like it did? I'm going to start with Griff's answer. Griff said, honestly, yeah. It was pretty clear right away, even in chat, that the banter potential in this group was, capital letters, on point. So
Thank you.
combined with the fact that there wasn't really any content of this type at the time, it seemed primed to catch on.
I just want to say, Randall's version of Take Off, I like it.
It's just
It's a
the low bar.
it's a low fucking bar.
Very low
And if there's one thing I love in life, it's a bar so low you can fucking trip on it.
Yeah.
Okay, you know my motto
cannot
is
limbo
aim
under
low,
it, I can tell you that.
never fail. Okay.
Another feather in the cap of Randall Peppers.
Yeah.
Bar so low, James Cameron has to pull it out.
I'm going to say no. I didn't expect it to last and be this big in quotes. I figured we'd do the first one. We'd be like, all right, well, that was fun. Let's go about our days now. And it's become a bit more.
I don't look more than like a week and a half into the future. So I don't have an answer to this.
I wouldn't say we did it to have it take off in the first place. I
Yeah.
think we're all just
Also,
kind of
yeah.
pleasantly surprised with the point we're at. But that being said, we will continue to do it because I think I speak for all of us when we say we have a lot of fun making these, and we will continue to do it to showcase people in the league that we think deserve to be showcased.
Yeah,
Or we're just
I
curious
guess.
about.
I guess I never even really like thought of the answer to the question because like I can't even remember the last time I looked at like a view count for our page or anything.
Mm-mm.
Brent,
I
Like,
check them on
episode got
occasion.
97.
I think the last time I even like asked about it, or I didn't even ask, it was just someone brought up like that one episode had the highest and it was like whatever amount, and that was like the last time I even thought about it. Like, just genuinely do not care.
Brent's episode got 97 views. I know that.
I'm looking it up right now.
98. Oh, that's
I
Teddy's
said already in this episode, I set this up where I was going to go just through all the draft picks and just talk about what we thought was in the league. And I started with us because it was the top 5. Like, that's just literally, it was the first 5.
Sequentially, we are the first ones.
Exactly.
Mhm.
That's why. And I just have never gotten to the other ones.
We've gotten to some.
Some, just not as I thought I would. And I didn't think it was going to last.
Was different, but
Yeah, it
Yeah,
wasn't
I
in
didn't
order.
anticipate us clicking like we did. It worked really well. We all actually uniquely have some interesting skills too that kind of jive. Where so Dayman is a technical guy, right? And he gets all our shit set up and he does the editing and he doesn't mind doing it and it's appreciated. And Stupido is very organized and helps us get that stuff up. I think I come up with ideas, but I don't know that I do. And I know I'm a douchebag who's calling himself an idea man. But that's, I think, all I really
it's okay.
contribute.
We all know that Leo is the real idea man.
Yes, and I was going to say Leo is really the driving force. Leo is the Riz in the top 5. I think I used it right. And Griff obviously is just
I'm here
the
for vibes.
foundation. Yeah, Griff is the foundation for it all. We have a set of skills that kind of all jived really well, personalities that jived really well, and we've been fortunate enough to have people want to come talk to us, which has been really nice.
That is something not to gloss over. I feel like
yeah, I had no idea that people would want to do this, want to listen to this. It is a weird. Hey, look at that tie.
Wow.
It's weird that we
Hey,
get
man.
complaints that we release too many episodes for you guys to keep up. I think that's just Plow though, because Plow is a busy guy. Shout out to Plow. But I can't believe people ask us where a new episode is, because that's happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
I guess a better answer to the question of like, yeah, if your definition of takeoff is like even like 3 people discuss it for 5 minutes, then like, yeah, that seems pretty surprising to me.
Yeah. Okay, so I have some numbers here for us. take off in the eyes of Randall Peppers is 37 subscribers on a new channel. That's not terrible.
Pretty good.
Damn.
We got
What do you
49 views on the car crash episode, 98 for Teddy Big Stick. Crease has 53, and then we got some 70s for B and Fats. We dropped off a little bit at some point. We had some 70s going for a while, and now we're down to a 50, then a 90, then a 50.
Nah.
Hard to say.
See?
I think part of that, like Teddy was involved with FCB.
Yeah.
And you get
Yeah.
a lot of
matters too.
a lot of the rookies there who were probably listening in and getting to know
Yeah, and I
the
think-
GM.
Shout out Coleslaw for bothering the hell out of me by asking me every day when a new one was going to come out. I appreciate you, but
Shout
fuck
out.
off.
Everybody at Texas State. I love
And
you
I
all.
can say that because Coleslaw was on my team, so nobody else can.
I do think Damon is very correct in that I don't really think about view counts.
Mm-mm.
Like,
Yeah.
I can 100% say, like, honestly, more so than so many other things, that is something that hardly, maybe never even crosses my mind.
Genuinely, we release. I look to see if there's any like thumbs up or stars or whatever, any comments, and I stay online for like 5 minutes, and then I just go to bed because usually we release at night. In the morning,
Yeah.
Zan usually says, "Hey, I like this or that." Raj says something, and Plow says, "Shit, I don't have time to watch this one. I'm 3 behind." And those are like the comments I look forward to. Shout
Yep.
out to Zan, Raj, and Plow.
And then
again.
Noah posts in the Cleveland server that has the media followed and says, "Oh, nice. I'm gonna
does he-
listen to
does
this
he
at
post there?
work."
Nice.
Yeah. And then
Nice.
our little dino thing comes up in our server, and then I
Yeah.
check league news discussion
Hey.
for 5 seconds for like the
Wake up,
7
Dave.
messages about it, and then I move on
Yep.
with my day because it's not that fucking deep.
But
Wake
it's
up,
fun,
Dave.
and we
Top
really
5
enjoy it.
episode.
Well, then,
I think
did we all? I think we all answered that one, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
I waited to go last.
Yeah.
Okay, let me say. I'm sorry, Damon. Did you have something you wanted to toss in?
I was just gonna say I think that we're after this one that we get through once spring training starts, we should be like going through our list of people and starting to get episodes and release them.
Chamber.
They'll be released like a lot quicker. A lot of the last ones that we did, we were like didn't release for certain things. Like it wasn't that we didn't
Yeah.
have them. It was like we didn't release during the paper cup for a reason. It was the same thing.
Respect to the
yeah.
paper cup.
And award stuff and all sorts of stuff like that. So for
Congrats
the
to
next season,
Baltimore for
it'll
winning.
be
Episodes with guests are coming, basically.
We do
and
have
it'll
some
be
lined
a
up.
lot more like the in-season episodes last year, where it was like just the week before,
Well, let me-
or a few days before.
Let me ask the question that you're answering, Dayman, which is again from the beloved Randall Peppers. Where do you see it going in the future? Where do we see the podcast going? So, Dayman, you were saying we're going to get back to a little bit of normal with the release schedule, right?
Yeah, and just like I said, a lot of the other stuff, it's like we're just specifically waiting for something to happen so we could do it afterwards, just because certain media stuff people like to just not do to keep attention on other things. Like the paper cup's a good example. Most people don't do media during that time unless it's specifically on like the game going on.
Yeah, about the paper cup itself. Yeah.
Yeah, just like not trying to horn in on everybody's stuff. That's for any media person. So we'll just get back to seeing people want to hang out and probably playing golf and then releasing not too long after.
We do have a special themed episode coming up, which we're excited about. And then we were hoping to get some of the new top 5 on. They've all expressed a little bit of interest on that. And then some of the new just rookies in general. We do still have a list of people who are interested in being on. So we're going to try to do that as well.
We got a lot of people in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because you haven't received an invite doesn't mean we're not thinking about you, basically.
Right.
And
We
just
can only do
because you
so many
asked-
of them.
And you're
Yeah, just
also
because-
welcome to reach out at any point and say, hey, I'd like to be on an episode. We have a sheet we keep track of we're not like super great about it all the time, but like if you've let us know, you're always welcome to let us know again, or just for the first time that you're interested. We like to keep track of that and who wants to be on. And some people, we can't have on because schedules are hard, or some people we can't have on because we just hate them. But other than that,
Yeah.
I was making a joke. No one laughed at my joke. They're just like, yes, but okay.
I was going to ask
yeah.
you to name the person.
I exhaled out my nose.
Okay.
Sorry to say, Stupido, it's you.
Oh,
we were waiting until this time to tell you
Yeah.
that.
Well,
It took us
It's been a
30
slow
other
burn.
tries
I made it
to
31.
work up the
It's
nerve to tell you.
30 more episodes than I expected, so we're good.
Being voted
Yeah.
off the island, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your
up
idol
your-
is
bring up your
fucking
torch.
gone.
Damn.
I held them off
Um,
as long as I could, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. More free time.
Okay.
I-
Also, theme episode. I'll just say it's in 2.
And I don't want to give away any more than that on that.
That's it.
It is
That's
in
it.
2.
We'll have
I-
this episode, another episode, and then that episode.
Mm-hmm.
I have also been talking with somebody to start doing a sort of a shorter form, sort of like I want to take a look at some of the stuff and highlight some of the stuff that is happening in the background of the league for people to see. There's been a couple of decisions made that I've heard a lot of questions about, just in like regular normal banter. That some I had questions about, and I've talked to Loam and other people organizing stuff, asking why this, that, and the other. And I think one thing we could do is get some more communication around what Loam does, why they do it, what other organizational leadership does, and why they do it. And frankly, I think it'd be really helpful for us to understand who's doing what in the league, because I don't know how much everybody sees all the work we all do, or not we, all the work all these people do that I honestly don't even know about. And so I'm going to try to put together something along those lines with Total Dial. I'll say it, it's not a secret. Who knows if that takes off or not, but it's an idea that we had. So yeah, there's
Sorry, not allowed.
yeah, and I don't give a shit. I'm gonna still do it because more media is better. So
Exactly. that was the correct answer.
I knew you set me up, and
That's
I hope we
That was
have
an
a
underhand softball toss.
yeah. I want Leo and Dayman date nights where you guys just go on a date together and we like have a recording of it. That's what I want.
Yeah, we're gonna stream us watching It's Always Sunny and making fun of you, so you just don't understand it at all.
Yeah, basically. And I will watch that. I will totally watch that. Oh, Griff's answer, by the way. Griff's answer is Cancun. We totally need to do a Cancun episode at some point.
He just said Cancun, right?
Yep.
Just one word, right? On the actual form that he sent you.
No, it's
Okay,
Cancun.
okay.
But
I
then
couldn't
there's a second sentence, which is we totally need to do a Cancun episode at some point.
I love it.
We have joked about doing an in-person
Said what, number 100
episode.
to be in person?
Yep.
Third of
Which,
the way
when we
there.
said that, we never thought we'd actually get to 100.
Yeah, that was the fucking
one
joke.
About another-
is in person, and
Also-
we're playing mini golf.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a real chance we'll actually there's plans for, and it's looking like it will be able to happen, plans for an in-person Stupido and Chalk episode with
Speaking of date night.
Yes. I will wear something very slutty.
Oh my God.
we will have a guest in the car with us as we drive from Western Pennsylvania to Cleveland for a convention. And if that comes off, that will be the first time the top 5 actually get together in person, as far as I'm aware.
Some of the top 5.
I'm sorry. Some of the I apologize.
Any gathering of the top 5.
Yes.
Technically, you will have Griff because 2 of the 5 members of the
Two
top
of the 5 will be
And
there,
when
yes.
when 2 or
Do
you guys know what that's a reference to, by the way?
Nope.
Dayman, do you know what it's a reference to?
8 out of 10
it-
cats does
Isn't that a
count.
Bible quote?
It sounds really like familiar, like I don't even know, like some like Little Rascals type bullshit or something.
Jesus says that when 2 or 3 of you are gathered in my name, there am I in your midst. That's what he says after coming back from
I am going to have
death.
some angrily worded text messages to read through if that is in fact the case.
That is in fact the case.
Well, shit.
Um,
You can tell how long I went through catechism for.
it's a Jesus thing. I mean, I make the
I
joke
said it was a
because
Bible quote.
it makes
Jesus thing.
Griff. Yeah, you got it. Griff is Jesus. Griff is the top 5 Jesus. That's what it is.
Hmm.
I can't believe no one has
This is
noticed
canon.
that. Or yeah, it's totally canon.
It's
It's
canon.
fucking catechism. It's top 5 catechism, man. We got fucking dogma in this bitch.
Got to write a book. Get
Yeah,
Martin Luther on it.
yeah. No, Martin Luther's
Got
when
some
we need
fucking
the second edition.
demands.
5 of them actually.
But yeah,
That
that's
was
the joke.
good.
So whenever Stupito and I get together, we'll have Griff with us
And we'll have another guest.
and another guest and a car ride.
And another guest. And another
I-
guest.
We
I
might have
So
other
we will
guests
see.
too.
We will see a couple of other people. I'm thinking about seeing if I can get some more to do it.
I think
the
we could
great-
probably get a couple.
Yeah, I won't start listing names.
No names.
No names.
Some that I would be excited about, really excited about seeing.
And then me.
And then you.
At the bottom of the list.
Man,
Yeah.
I was gonna hit you right back with like another gospel quote, but I couldn't remember it, and the time has passed, so that's unfortunate.
It's all
Would
right,
have
man.
been so good though.
Just pray to Jesus Griff, and he will help you in your time of need.
Jesus Griff.
Ah,
Griffsus.
I've been doing that for Mariners games for a long time, and it hasn't done jack shit.
I don't think Jesus Griff cares about baseball.
What?
That
What
doesn't really track, does it?
about baseball Jesus Griff?
Baseball Jesus Griff definitely is into baseball. Yes.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah.
see.
Has it
different
been?
Griffs we're
Was there
talking about
Husky
here.
season? Was there Husky season at the time? Because then I think he's all in on whatever Husky is happening.
True.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
Okay.
All right. That
That
was our.
was the
that was the
That was our
retrospective.
thing, people.
That was
We did
fun.
it.
Can I say a couple of
Um,
things real quick? Are we still recording?
Absolutely.
No, you can't. You can't say shit.
No.
I would like to, assuming Damon is being facetious, I would like to just say that we really genuinely appreciate all the feedback and interaction we get. It really does drive us, keep us going. I think it surprises all of us, but apparently Griff, who saw it coming, he's the only one. And
That's because he's
Omnipotent.
Jesus. He could see the
Yeah.
he
I
did,
mean, it
he
does
did
make
see it
sense.
coming. And yet he still ended up on that cross.
Oh. You think he'd learn?
He still ended up on the Cincinnati Reds. Oh, sorry, that's baseball
That's
Griff Jesus.
baseball.
That's a
Jesus-
different Jesus.
Baseball Jesus
Oh,
Griff.
okay. Sorry, I'm getting my.
Where's Marlboro
Jesuses.
Jesus at?
Where's that damn
Astros?
camel?
Pretty sure he died of cancer.
Yeah, no, he's on. He got drafted this year. He's back.
You said Marlboro Jesus?
Marlboro Jesus
There's
is
a
a
rookie
is a.
named
But Jesus
Marlboro
is eternal. Jesus can't
Yeah.
die.
Well, no, he has to for it. Anywho's,
But ask the Romans how
Anyway.
that fucking worked out for him.
I really appreciate all of the viewers and the guests and everybody that comes on and enjoys it with us and keeps cheering us on and tells us we do a good job and likes what we do. It means a lot to us, and I really appreciate you guys for continuing to do it with us, with me and all of us. I did ask about a week and a half ago. I don't remember what the time was.
Bro,
If this
Jesus,
was
bro,
something.
Grove.
Thank you. I did ask
Thank you.
if this was something we wanted to continue to do, and the response was like, "Sure, yeah, why not?" And Leo didn't chime in,
And
so
Leo didn't say anything.
it
Thank you
just
very
seems like
I think I said. What did I say? I can't remember.
you're like you did your yes with your yeah with your YEE, where it's just like yeah whatever. I think you're
It's,
faded.
I think that's ye.
It's ye. I went
Yee.
ye. I went
Yee.
like if it's one e, it's just yeah. If it's
Yeah.
two, it's ye.
Yee.
Yeah, but I don't
I
know what
did
that
a yeah.
means. So I just
Affirmation.
yeah.
What more
there
do
you
you
go.
need to know?
Yes.
So it was never in question that we were going to continue, apparently, and I appreciate that fact that this is just like this is what we do now, which is cool.
Yeah, the ping annoyed me more than the question.
Yeah. This is who.
Yeah.
we are.
I wasn't trying to annoy at the question. I just wanted to know. I didn't want us to keep doing this just because we do it. I wanted us to, actually want to do it, make sure it was still fun for everybody. And apparently, the thought
Well,
that
that's
it
not the
wasn't.
question you asked.
That was not the question you
You did not ask
Okay.
if it was still
Hang on a
fun.
minute. Hang on a minute. If that
Those
was
are
the
two
question,
very
I
different things,
If that
sir.
was the question, I very much would have answered with a yes. I would not
Yeah.
have not given an opinion.
Well, regardless, this has been pretty fun, and I'm happy that we get to keep doing it.
I love you guys.
jackasses.
Agreed. It's been a lot of fun.
I love Dayman the most. My loving husband.
We'll
Yeah,
allow
of
it.
course. Yeah,
Shout out-
we'll always will have that.
Shout out my son, Total Dial.
Your son. And shout out. I guess I don't have a son, but shout out Bobbert,
I don't
who
either.
gets my life insurance if I die.
I
That's
have a
one more
son.
episode callback.
He's been a bit of a pain in the ass lately, but he's pretty fucking adorable. So,
I do love their news reports or their news alerts.
yep. I'm gonna try to figure out a way to make that a theme song to use if Total Down I actually get like a little news thing going. So
Be pretty cool.
they're pretty cute. They're pretty good kids. I'm a lucky dude.
Aren't we all for being able to gather here today on the holiest of days under the watch?
We need to find when Griff's
Jesus.
birthday is,
Oh,
Under the
and then
watch
you have to count back
Griff
9
Jesus.
months because the conception of Griff will then be another holiday. We need to
Hmm.
find out when he pisses off the local authorities and gets killed by them. That'll be a holiday.
oof.
Then we need to find out.
What
2
about
days
that
later
time he
when
sent
he's-
us the video of the people coming up to his house on the ring camera? Couldn't that count? He just wasn't home.
That could.
That sounds
The
like
time-
Easter in a parallel universe. The
right.
one
The
where
time
Jesus
that-
was fucking at his beach house.
The time where he took on the entire University of Washington over a parking spot and won.
Yep.
That could be. Yeah.
That's
We'll have to-
all it
we'll
is.
have to-
The
And
time
in
where
some
he
respect
clowned
there-
Brent. It was in Secret Santa.
Yeah.
And not once
That was
with the Washington thing did he say, "Do you know who I am?" You would
He
think
did once,
Jesus.
yeah.
He didn't. He said, "Don't you know? I work on a podcast that gets 40 views."
Yeah.
Hey, as long as we
Well,
get
what they
days
said-
off for these
What they
holidays,
said was,
I'm happy
"Aren't
to
you
celebrate
Jesus
as many
Griff?"
as-
And he said, "It is you who said so."
Yeah, as long as okay, if we're getting these
And
holidays off,
else
can we bring back? And I'm stuck in the thing. Can we bring back Michaelmas?
I don't even know what
You guys
that
know
is.
what Michaelmas is? So
Like
it is like
Christmas
Festivus.
festival
No. It's the feast of Christmas, but for Saint Michael, and
Michael.
instead of Jesus, Michaelmas, and basically like before the Industrial Revolution or the Second Industrial Revolution, like medieval peasants and like early textile workers had like at least 50 days off a year for all these random fucking things like Michaelmas and like all these other just like absolutely super obscure like various somewhat Christian holidays. Yeah. And so like can we start bringing some of that shit back? I want me some Michaelmas.
I want
Rolls
some
off the
days off.
tongue.
I don't care about
I want
the.
50 days off a year.
Get some days off.
Yeah, I want some days off personally. But
Yeah. Me too. That's my rant. Pro Michaelmas.
rant over.
I think I hear
I'm done.
Wendy, so I think it's time to go.
You hear The Office. For any Office fans, it is time to go though.
Hey,
Good
A lot of
episode,
fun.
everyone.
good job on season 1, folks, and let's go get him in season 2.
That's right.